you guys doing today? I am here in Coconut Creek, Florida at Sicce's headquarters. And let me show you guys what I'm doing today. 1 second, let me get a little closer and pick up that gimbal. Oh, geez. All right, here we go. So, this is another impromptu live video coming from Coconut Creek, Florida. Like I mentioned earlier, let me flip the camera around and show you guys what I am looking at right now. Here we go. So, I'm at Sicce's office in South Florida, and I was invited today for a video shoot. So, this is where I'm looking at right now. That's their saltwater tank. And I am over here today because they wanted me to take a look, kind of do something a little bit different from what we traditionally do. This is a tank that a professional aquascaper will come and aquascape. However, this is different because this will be done by a professional that's in freshwater side. I don't know how many of you guys are very knowledgeable in freshwater. I certainly am not. But I was invited and I did some research on this guy. And this person is a trailblazer in the freshwater side. And he's like a Julian Sprung of, of that world. And aquascaping, like I have always had tremendous respect for those people with great vision and creativity in recreating an aquascape where fish could, like thrive. And I wanted to take a look and see how they did it on that side and what his thoughts were, and then on the design, basic design, as well as like what kind of things that he had in mind, like when he's envisioning the things to come, like how they build it and when he builds it and afterwards the finished product. And to be honest, I'm taking a look right now. I'm looking at all these boulders and stuff like that. Once again, vastly different from what we use. We use dry rock, live rock. We're looking for a little bit more porous type of rock, but I mean, these are just boulders. I think they want to replicate like an African lake. I honestly don't know how that's gonna look, but yeah, that is what I will be doing for next 6 hours or so. It's definitely a different approach, and I thought it would be interesting for you guys to see from the different side as well, and maybe, hopefully, I think from like by watch a professional do his thing, and hearing his insights, maybe we could apply some of that and use it into our own applications. Yeah, and then other stuff. I'll be also messing with Sicce's PSK 1200 SDC. This is a widely used skimmer pump, but this version is the SDC version where it's DC powered, which is pretty awesome. Hey, how's it going? Port Wolf. And I wanted to do a later on. I started on a budget series not too long ago, and I started with eShop's C120 skimmer, and I kind of wanted to follow that trend. So I also came here to speak with Steve, and it looks like I have a couple of projects lined up, and it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And so, let's see. Miko, you said, I think it would be great if Sicce would make small nanoside extreme SDC weight maker. They do have extreme smaller, like a kind of like a SDC, but it's I believe is a AC version of it. I will definitely ask that for you. Let me see real quick on my other phone that me and Steve actually just talked about it. Yeah, these. Whoop, wrong one. Yeah, these are the nano ones. Let me see if I could put them on the spot real quick. Steve, can I ask you a quick question on live? I'm gonna put you on spot.
Yeah. What do we
So
got?
we have viewers asking us a question. You know how you showed me earlier, like a Sicce Voyager, like Nano 2000 and such?
Yeah.
Is there any plans to make that like that size for STC, like Extreme?
So the SDC line is always being worked on. So we have not only the return pumps,
Right.
and then we have the Extreme SDC. So that Extreme SDC, which is the same body size as the Extreme pumps. So the Extreme version, non controllable, which is the AC version, 4 models.
Yeah.
So over there, with an impeller change, it's available in 4 different sizes, as you'll see, in the output of those 4 models. As far as the Extreme SDC, yes, we're working on not only smaller versions, but bigger ones as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. What
Thank
else
you.
you got? Give me more.
Well, I'll bring it to you as soon as they become available. Oh, there's one right here. Hey, Glenn, how are you? Let's see. Are they gonna make more powerful heater option in the USA? I only saw the one for 6.6 gallon, 200 watt is what he needs. Are we allowed to talk about that yet?
We're allowed to skirt around the issue. I will tell you, just keep on watching our social media, keep on watching Richard, watch Sicce through the end of the year, and we're going to make some product announcements that you will be very happy with, specifically in that area.
Man, I can't wait to share this. I'm like, my lips are like itchy because I want to say something.
You know what they say about a guy with itchy lips?
No, I don't. What is that, Steve?
That's not for Instagram Live.
Gotcha. You're welcome, Glenn. You know what? So let me give you guys a tour of over here while we're waiting for the Aquascape Master. So this is a round thing. I really like the shape of this, man, but I really will dread maintaining this because cleaning this will not be fun. Steve, he has his roots in freshwater. He grew up, his parents owned the largest fish store in Canada. Yeah, cylinder tanks are absolutely beautiful. However, I don't know, if someone else maintains it for me, that'd be great. Richie, is that your job?
That's my job, man. Sure.
Those pumps right there. And if you guys have any question, please feel free to ask, and I'll try to get all the answers possible. So, when are we filling this bad boy up?
The tank is a work in progress.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't zoom in.
Gotcha. Cylinder tanks are awesome for small schooling fish. You know what? I think that's great. I think you're absolutely right. You know what I could see? I could see like maybe like a couple hundred of like neon tetras. Like I would love to see a ball of them. I think that would be pretty neat. Let me see. And Miko wrote, let's see, smaller extreme would be great for back to front wave maker for bigger tanks because great adjustability. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. You know what? I I I saw a few like European tanks instead of having side to side wave makers, I saw from like front to back, and I thought that was a great idea because then you will have a little less spots in between the rocks and the crevices that will accumulate all these gunk. So I like that idea, and I will be putting few of the Sicce's power heads on there. I'll be sure to pick some of them up before I leave this office today and incorporate it into my tank. Chili Rasbora. So, how are you guys doing today? Everyone doing all right? Which one for 60-gallon breeder is better, Syncra Silent 5.0 or Syncra Pro 1500? Honestly, I don't know which has the better specs per gallons per hour. And it really depends on the applications, really. Are you trying to run it as a single return, or are you trying to have a manifold? Are you planning to upgrade down the road? I usually get a little bit bigger one just in case. but that in a way kind of makes it future proof. Do you want the like Bluetooth capabilities and etc.? I don't think those two models particular have it, but like some of the stuff that options I always look for it before I make that purchase. Two pumps for redundancy is absolutely crucial. I always have a backup of a backup. Let's see. Waiting for delivery of a new dining room table. Ah, gotcha. So I have a question for you, Steve.
Yeah,
So this person, he has a 60-gallon breeder, right?
yeah.
What would be better recommendation for him? Syncra Silent 5.0 or Syncra Pro 1500?
60-gallon breeder, 48, 18, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frag tank?
No, I don't think it's a frac tank. I think it's just a regular system.
Okay.
Shallow tank.
Sump underneath, pushing water up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I would probably go with the Syncra SDC 3.0.
Okay.
So on that 3.0, because it's an SDC, it's controllable. So now the consumer, what was his name?
Glenn?
So Glenn, you've got the opportunity at that point to take that pump. You can turn it all the way down, or if you ever want to go up from the 60, or put a manifold on there and run a reactor, whatever else you want to put underneath,
Yeah.
that would be the way to go.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah, so Syncra SDC 3.0.
3.0.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, I think that would be like a close to like a gallons per hour on all three, right? Like
Yeah, so you're running anywhere from 200 to 800 on that.
200 to 800.
Yeah.
And then it'll be the similar version for, because I don't know the specs for the Silent 5.0 and then the Pro 1500. It's a
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, so both of those pumps are gonna fall within that range.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna spend a little more on the SDC. If you do wanna go down to,
Mm-hmm.
not down, but if you wanna use an AC version instead of something that's controllable.
Yeah.
The 0.5 is a little small.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be more up in like the 1.5.
1.5.
1.5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So Glenn, you heard it from the head honcho from Sicce, his recommendation. Okay. Oh, he said that he wanted the AC pump, so that you made a good recommendation for him.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
All right, great.
Perfect. Yeah, so I am excited for this freshwater journey today. Like I said, this is really not my thing. Yeah, Syncra is, AC, like one thing I really like about Sicce is even with the AC unit, they're really like silent. And like you said, they're very reliable. So I really like that aspect of their pumps. And controllability and everything is great, but I think for my wave maker that I'll be putting into my own personal system, like I was mentioning earlier, I'll be putting the AC version as well. I just like it running, not hear it, and don't have to really worry about anything. But we'll see how that goes. You had the pump for 5 years, never cleaned it. It's funny you mentioned that because in Instagram, I have a friend named Ben. His name is Mighty Nano Reef. And we had a contest when the Extreme SDC first launched. They said that they have a technology which kind of self-cleans itself. Itself. I was like, how does that really work? So I ran that pump for almost 5 years, no, 4 years now, and it's given me plenty of notifications to clean your pump. I still haven't cleaned mine yet either, and it's still running. So I am trying to see how long I could run it without it like stop working altogether. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, Steve,
Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit more about the SDC Extreme self-cleaning mechanism?
So the self-cleaning piece happens in the like the chamber where I guess we'll call it the column,
Yeah.
where your impeller
Yeah.
with your bearings and your rubber and your shaft and your impeller all sit.
Yeah.
So the way that Sicce engineers that specific chamber is the way that the impeller is spinning in there. It's in a constant mode of, let's call it, spin and counter spin.
Yeah.
So with that technology that they've used to build that inside the chamber, it keeps it clean all the time. So it's always in this self-cleaning mode.
Isn't that pretty crazy?
It's kind of crazy.
Man,
Yeah.
says he's oh Glenn just gave you a compliment. This is what he's talking about. He'll spend 5 times the amount on CJ pump, and if you tell him that you don't have to clean, they'll be like it'll last 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, durability and like ability of CJ pumps. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, really, that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good pumps. There's a lot of good gear in the market right now.
For sure.
So for someone like Glenn or any other consumer in the world,
Yeah.
When you ultimately make the decision A
Yeah.
versus B versus C,
Yeah.
we look at the quality of the product.
Yeah.
We look at the reputation of the product.
Mhm.
We look at the warranty, right?
Yeah.
Warranty. Because if you're going to put 5 years behind a product, you
Yeah.
got to be able to stand behind that.
Absolutely.
And then most importantly comes to service after the sale.
Yep.
So God forbid you got a problem with the product, what kind of hoops are you made to jump through in order to actually, warranty the product properly?
Yeah.
And I think we do a pretty good job in that department.
Yeah. Hey Phil, good to have you here. Yeah, I love CJ Gear also. You have 5 tanks. Jeez. So we have another a reefer that just joined in. His name is Phil. He has a gorgeous tanks at home. Like Aquapro tank is out of this world.
Nice.
And then he has one CJ product in all of his 5 tanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. We
Do
appreciate it.
you remember when you guys first launched SDC Extreme, and then me and this buddy of ours, like a Instagram Mighty Nano Reef Ben,
Yeah.
and we had a competition. It was like you first told us about this technology, and I was like, what if I just don't clean it and see how far we could take it?
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Like 3-4 years ago?
I think
4 years
so.
ago?
Yeah, it's got to be coming up. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been 3 or 4 years, but
Minimum.
I can tell you that one of the cool things about us going to trade shows is we actually get to mingle and talk to the people that actually buy our products.
Yeah.
Kind of like we do virtually right now.
Yeah.
I would say an overarching theme is people coming into the booth to myself or Jay or Melissa, and it's always, I've had this pump for so long and I've never cleaned it. Or,
Yeah.
let me show you this pump, and they'll bring up a pump on the phone and it's covered in coral and algae,
Mhm.
covered in hair algae. It's just a disaster on the outside. But
Yeah.
she's still chugging along.
Yeah.
So that's the that's the quality of work.
Yeah, so I'm actually going like 3-4 years. Like I ever since you gave it to both of us that day, I've been running on it, and it has given me plenty of notifications saying, "Oh, you need to clean the pump. You need to clean the pump." But I have never done it yet. But it's still working.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a.
I don't recommend it, but
No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm that kind of guy.
Mhm.
But if it is broke and you do need some maintenance, we also sell Pump Clean,
Right.
which is a pretty cool formula that Italy developed, similar to a citric acid that you'll find here domestically.
Yeah.
A little safer, but when it comes time to clean the pump, we'll
Yeah.
get you some of that to use.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's see. Sorry, Steve. I'm
you
bothering you
talk-
while you're working.
Yeah, you can talk with Julie and stuff if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so this is another project that I got handed off to. So this is the Julian's Phosphate Reactor 150 and 550. Probably one of the most popular reactor in the hobby because A, terms of price, and B, terms of durability and versatility of these reactors. Now, what I've been asked to do is use these products and make a recommendation on what pump that could pair this with, and soon you'll be able to see it in a popular local stores, online and locally, local fish stores. So this is another exciting project that I'll be doing for both Julian and for Sicce. That is great, Glenn. Yeah, Bulk Reef is having 15 on all Sicce pump, and what's funny is that I think I overheard it when they approved the sale. I think that will be also available on all the other major retailer as well. So be sure to check your favorite store if you're in need of a pump. Yep. So basically, this is what my day is going to be. I just wanted to share what I was up to and what I'm doing. And like I said, this is very different from what I usually do. I know, freshwater scrubs, right? Yeah. But I am eager to learn. I think there is something that we could learn from pretty much anyone and anybody from any different hobby with different perspectives. And this person has mountain of knowledge, and I can't wait to pick his brain and see what we could take from it. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go and have rest of your day while I get ready for a film shoot. So let me flip this around. All right, guys. So thank you for joining this live video. I will film this, as you could see right over here. Everything will be filmed and documented, and you'll see the outcome of the whole journey. And once again, thank you for joining this live video, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care, guys.